What is up, my optimistic empire? Been a while since you've seen me, right? It has been. Uh, as you can tell, I am recovering pretty good with my voice, and this is a video I wanted to share with you guys because I've been thinking a lot about things, and by that I mean things going on in my life with my medical condition and just a lot of things in general. And that's good. That's good. It's always good to just reflect about things. For the past 12 months, I have spent a lot of time being sick. Whether or not I was dealing with a simple cold twice, dealing with the flu, dealing with strep throat, dealing with COVID-19, pneumonia. What? Sorry, I couldn't resist putting that in. Or more recently, the viral infection I was dealing with. Um, has me thinking a lot about how, I have been seeing doctor after doctor. I've been in and out of the hospital. I've taken antibiotics. I've taken medication. I've taken this. I've taken that to try and help me. And all the times I've taken x-rays as well. All the times that I have been seeing doctors, taking tests, any kind of test I can do, that always comes back by saying, hey, you're a very healthy person. And that part of me is thinking, well, that's good. But what the hell's been happening? Because, I got. The only thing that, of course, that is for sure is that, my lungs are damaged. And they got damaged in 2023 when I was dealing with my first case of COVID-19. I dealt with my second case in 2024. By the way, sorry if you hear dogs. It's been a wild day. It's really hot. People are outside running and playing, and that includes dogs running around and playing. That's what I love about this time of the year. I spend a lot of my time outside whenever I can. But this video I'm making for you guys is me thinking about my mortality, or me thinking about what I want to do in my life. Because fun as it is to make YouTube videos, fun as it is to entertain, I've also been thinking about outside of it. Because I want to give an update on my voice by saying that I am more than 90% healed from the situation where I just could not talk, where my voice was, for whatever reason, not working properly. In and out of intervals, I sound normal. And then as I progress, it starts to get down like that. Which is why I am saying right now that it might be a while before you might ever see me do a podcast again. And the reason for that is because I can't do a podcast, or I can't talk for a very long period of time before having to take a break. That's why I successfully did voice recording for one of the Sins videos I got for WrestleMania 41 Saturday. And it took a long time to do it. It took a long time to do it because I had to calm down, I had to rest up, I had to stop recording and say, okay, let's pick this up in a few more hours. That's why things have gotten different and difficult. It's been difficult at times for me to do even my Sins videos, even when I'm writing. It has nothing to do with my voice, obviously, because I can easily write without a voice. But I've been thinking so much about my life outside of YouTube and my well-being, because I've gotten sickness after sickness after sickness. I've had lung issue after lung issue. I keep being told by doctors that I'm fine, but I'm like, if I'm fine, why is this happening, sometimes doctors can be wrong. I'm not saying my doctor is wrong. I'm just saying that, I just have an unusual feeling. And my passion for doing a lot of things was dropping because as a result of all the sickness, my depression reached dangerous heights again. So I have been putting myself in another bit of mental rehab, as I call it. Uh, Part of it includes, not being active online a lot. Um, it also includes healthy exercising, healthy diet, doing some hobbies, um, putting in some distractions so that I can, put my mind set on that. Because a lot of the time I've just been worried. I've been worried not just about myself, but of you guys and my friends, my family. And I know a lot of people are probably saying that I have really downgraded myself ever since 2016. Like, I'm not that guy I used to be. And that's kind of natural. Like, I'm not saying that, I was always going to be that guy. I mean, sometimes I think to myself, what, did I go back? That I'm like, nah, no, I didn't. So that's why, I just say to myself, who am I? I'm more than just Christian Maracle, the guy that does the Wrestling Sins videos. Like, the main passion I want to do is entertain people. And, that's what I do. But I need to start really caring a lot for myself. And that's what I've also been doing with my workouts because I've been preparing for something. I'm training right now for something that I will reveal to you guys at a later time because I want to make sure that I got everything good. Um, I am absolutely deleting anything when it comes to a bad diet. About 3 years ago, I stopped drinking soda, for example. And then I decided, let's go further with that. I've dropped alcohol entirely. I've never really did drugs. So I don't have to even start to do that. So, yay. Don't do drugs. Seriously. What the hell is wrong with you? Um, I've also cut fast food out entirely. I don't usually like to eat fast food anyway, but there are times when you're on a long drive, and that's one of the only things you can get. So that's what I would do. But I've decided to cut it entirely from my diet. No more burgers. Although technically I haven't had a burger in almost a year, so then again, that has nothing to do with putting it off my diet and more of the fact that I don't know, I just don't really like burgers that much anymore. I don't know what happened. I just started not liking them, and oh well. Uh, no more pizza. Maybe except for a special occasion. Uh, no more greased up French fries. Basically, none of that shit. No more McDonald's. No more Wendy's. No more whatever the hell else there is. I'm also removing. I'm going to try and do my best on removing processed foods because there's a lot of times I ate a lot of processed foods and I really need to stop doing that. I've been seeing a dietitian. I have been talking to my therapist. I've been talking to other doctors. I've been talking to quite a number of people about reshaping myself and getting ready for what I'm preparing for. But in addition to that, then there's also me combating my sicknesses. That viral infection, as you guys know, this year did not start off well with me. I kicked off the new year with a bad cold, and then in March, for almost the entirety of March, I had pneumonia, and then April heading into right now, I had a viral throat infection. The infection has been gone for almost 3 weeks now, so I've been feeling great, but my voice, even at times, still needs recovery. You could probably start to hear a little bit of hoarseness. That's because I've been talking for quite a bit. Um, I've also been thinking about my passion for things. I want to do more than just being a wrestling sins guy when it comes to YouTube stuff. As you guys know, I like pro wrestling. That's still a big passion of mine. But this world has been full of negativity, including on social media. Hell, I quit Twitter. That's no joke. I quit Twitter. That whenever I start working again on a sins video, I start feeling that bit of negativity again. And I'm like, am I just feeding into it? Like, I like to be entertaining and funny, of course, but I'm like, there's everything wrong with wrestling in a fun sort of way, but then there's everything wrong with actual wrestling fans, especially online. And I'm starting to ask myself, am I feeding into it? As you guys know, there's a lot of other things I like to do. I I like to talk about mental health awareness. Help, my catchphrase is think optimistically. I want to I've been thinking more and more about starting up another series where I'm talking about, past dealings with these struggles and trying to help others who need it, because if there's anything I like doing, it's helping people. I'm not somebody who just wants to do sins videos and nothing else. I did that for a long time. I'm not saying I'm quitting, by the way, just for the record. If anybody's freaked out, I'm not quitting the sins videos because I still love to do them. They're fun, and I love to bring in the comedy and the sarcastic humor. The reason why it's just been difficult is because I recently finally told myself that I need to stop being on Twitter, because a lot of times on Twitter, have been a selfish son of a bitch. And on Twitter, you're either a selfish son of a bitch or you're on the receiving end of selfish sons of bitches. And that's just not healthy. So that's the reason why I quit Twitter. You can still follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I'm still there because that's more of a safe haven, honestly, compared to Twitter. Twitter just sucks in every sense of the word. I'm not calling it X. Fuck that shit. So I'm making this video just to give an update on my medical condition, to tell you guys how I've been feeling, and not just feeling physically, but feeling mentally. Because what I really need to do is find that passion within myself again to be an entertainer, because I look through a lot of the history of me on social media and I'm just not happy with myself. I'm not proud of a lot of things that I've done. I mean, I didn't exactly do anything. It's more of things I said. Like, there were times I got toxic myself. I've not just been on the receiving end of being bullied on social media with all the toxic trolls, but I've kind of done it too. And I should never have done it. And no, I am not going to say I did this because they made me do it. Because let's be honest, anybody who ever says the only reason I am the way I am now is because you guys caused me to do that, anybody who does that has no responsibility, takes no responsibility for themselves. So, this is a video just to update you guys on myself, but also to warn you that it still might be a while before those sins videos come back. And the reason for that is because I need to find that passion to do it again. I need to take more care of myself and my real life, because I'm not saying a lot of people have this, but a majority of YouTubers who do the same thing over and over every day, 24/7, or many times a week, a lot of times they don't really balance their real life because that is their life. It pays the bills, you know. And some people have passion for it, though. I'm not denying any of that. I'm just saying that my life outside of YouTube is way different. And there's quite a number of people who are a fan of my channel and know me in real life could definitely attest to that. They've seen me for how I am outside of it. So I'm not just some guy that wants to do wrestling videos all the time. I want to do other types of videos, and that's why I wanted to say that if you start seeing different types of videos, that's because I want to try new things based off my passion. Like for example, another thing, I like I like to do motivational speaking. I like to talk about, let's say, if I watch a movie, I like to review it maybe. I like to do things in a non-toxic way. I'm not saying my sins videos are toxic. I'm just saying that a lot of the internet is toxic, and what people need mostly is kindness. What people really need these days is those type of people who are willing to help them when they need it most. That's what I want to do. I want to help people. Whether it's doing it with my sins videos, whether it's doing it with potentially a movie review series, because I briefly did that in 2019. That was pretty funny. Or whether it's me doing a motivational speech video, which I'm thinking about doing that. I love doing my podcast when I'm talking about wrestling with my Losers Lounge, because those guys are some of the best friends I had. And it's just fun to sit down and talk about it. The problem is, I can't really do a lot of that right now because of my voice still on recovery. And another thing, for example, that I'm doing is I'm attending a TNA event this upcoming Friday, Under Siege in Brampton, Ontario. And this is going to feel weird, but I'm going to be attending a wrestling event. I'll definitely be clapping along, potentially doing that or that, but I am not going to be cheering, booing, or yelling or chanting because I can't do that yet. Hell, I may have to get used to this as a permanent thing. That's another reason why I've been concerned about the future of my YouTube channel, because a lot of times I'm famous for my voice and the things I say. I know this is a long video, but sometimes videos have to be long in order to get a point across. This is me telling you guys I love you, and I want to keep on doing this. I initially said that I'd be doing this on a part-time in 2026. It may have to start a little earlier than 2026 now. I did not plan this. I planned to be a part-timer in 2026 because of me wanting to do other opportunities in life. I may have to start doing that soon because it might just be for the best on me. So I'm not quitting on you guys. I'm telling you this right now. I am never giving up. I think optimistically. I am not going to quit even when shit hits the fan. I'm not going to quit when things get tough and difficult. And even if my voice needs more time, even if my medical condition needs more time, fine. I'll give it the time, but I'm going to keep on doing this because I believe in myself, just like all of you need to believe in yourselves. I know you guys already believe in me, and I believe in you, and that is why I keep coming back. Even when things get difficult, I keep coming back because I want to. Not because I have to. I am not obligated to do videos for you guys. I am not required to do videos for you guys because I'm not just some guy who does this for the money or the fame. Because if I did that, I would have quit years ago when my views started dropping. My views are at an all-time low these days. And that's fine. That's fine by me. Because I'm not a guy in for fame and fortune. I never have been. I never will be. As long as there's someone out there who wants to keep watching me entertain, then I'm going to keep doing it. What else do I want to do? I want to travel. I want to be able to check out great things. I just want to enjoy life, even if it's outside YouTube. So, this is me telling you guys right now, I am officially a part-time YouTuber. That hurts to say. That really hurts to say. But to me, it has to be done. It has to be done because of things going on in my real life, my mental health, my medical health, my voice, and more importantly, my desires. So I know that you guys are not going to like to hear that, and for that I'm truly sorry. But I may have to, yep, I'm going to have to start this on a part-time for the right reasons. To find a perfect balance in my life again, to get myself in better shape, which, by the way, for this thing I'm training for, I have been shooting videos, documenting, and I intend on releasing something really cool in 2026. Because in March of 2026 is when said thing is going to happen. You'll know by then. You'll know by then. Trust me on that. But for now, for the sake of my health, for the sake of my well-being, my videos are becoming on a part-time basis. Whether it's a sins video or a podcast or any other things I'm doing. I'm not saying I'm going to show up once a month and disappear for months, because I'm like, that's not a part-timer. That's just someone making a cameo every now and then. No, to me, a part-time YouTuber is someone who at least gets one video out within a span of 2 weeks. That's at least one. All right? That to me is a part-timer. So that's someone who's there, but sometimes who's not there. And I just feel for the right reasons, this is the right move on my part. But I want to tell you guys, I'm doing everything for you and for myself. And I have never been more proud of my audience than I am now. Because I know you're still going to stand by my side, just like I stand by your side. You can always reach out to me on Instagram, talk to me on Snapchat, because I'm just, for the record, for that Snapchat WWE Sins guy, that is the real me. Some people actually said, am I sure this is the real Christian Maracle? I'm like, yeah, it's me. I like to talk to people. I like to get to know them. And if anybody has problems, I've given advice to people who needed it. From stuff like jobs, breakups, or anything other stuff, anything other personal items that I'm not going to reveal here. I'm also not going to say who they are either. But I'm still glad when people approach me and asking for any sort of advice. And even if I feel like I can't help them, I'm not going to give up. I'm still going to say, well, you can try this. And if that doesn't work, there's this that you can try. But the most important thing you got to do is keep that optimism alive. So, this is why I want to say, I did not plan on being a part-time YouTuber. I did not plan on my voice getting like this, because let's be honest, who the hell would? But I love you guys very much, and I am not going to give up, no matter what. So, I still intend on releasing the WrestleMania Sins videos hopefully by next week, because part 2, Sunday, still working on it. Saturday, I've successfully done the voice recording and the video is currently in production. I want to release both of them back to back and show you guys that even despite my struggles, I still got it. You guys are without a doubt the best fans in the world. So, thank you guys very much for watching this. I will see you guys on the next update and potentially next week for the videos. And yeah, thank you all very much. And always remember to think optimistically. We can do this together as a team.